I took the gas tank off of my Lowrider S Harley-Davidson Softail today because I'm having a painter buff out a bunch of the scratches and put a new clear coat on it for me. While I had it off the bike, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to show you guys a little bit about what the underside looks like and talk about the fuel pump a little bit. So this is the orientation it normally sits on the bike. You look at the underside, it's split into two halves. This piece right here is called the tunnel, and that's where the backbone of the motorcycle sits, or like the frame component that the gas tank actually rests on. You can see this right here. That's the fuel pump assembly. You can see this electrical wire here. This connects to something on the main harness of the bike, and it's the electronic signal for the fuel pump inside of here. This silver piece here is actually a quick disconnect collar, and that is what the fuel line connects to. And then this is just a vapor release port, basically. Okay, to remove this fuel pump assembly out of my tank, I have to remove these 5 Torx bolts. Okay, now here's the tricky part because there are a lot of things inside of here and they're packed really tightly into this tank. You see this yellow thing here? This is kind of a soft material. This is considered the pre-filter. Then you have the actual pumps. Now, this is the point of this whole assembly basically, is to pressurize the fuel because this is a fuel injected bike. Old carbureted motorcycles, they just use a gravity feed on the fuel. But with fuel injectors, the fuel actually has to be at a very high pressure to be pushed through those little tiny holes in the fuel injectors. So that's what this whole thing is doing, is it's pressurizing that liquid fuel. This is a plumb bob, kind of similar to what's in your toilet. This is what's actually giving you a signal to read out your fuel level. You can sort of see inside here, there are those lines. See those? That's actually part of the electrical circuit that is registering a signal of the location of this plumb bob and then sending that signal back into your bike's computer and then displaying it. Then you have this funny looking hose. So this is actually what goes up and over that hump or that tunnel that I talked about in the gas tank, and it goes over to the other half of the gas tank and sits in the bottom, and it's the fuel pickup for the other side. And then of course on the bottom here you have this rubber seal, and that's the O-ring that seals it against the metal so that fuel doesn't actually leak out. Anyways, there it is. Kind of a complicated little electrical system there inside of your gas tank. If you're ever handling these, you want to be very careful with them. Make sure you store them in a safe place. Don't drop them, don't bend them, don't rip anything. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go put it in a safe place right now and then take my tank over to my painter.